What now?
Ah, excellent choice.
What now? Free Baldur. On my way.
Rather stand tall.
At least things have stayed interesting. Breathe quiet. Move with care. What's inside? Very well.
I've got a bit more shopping to do.
Better not be cursed.
Dame Aylin has little to feel sorry about. Loroakan would have inflicted a far worse fate on her given the chance. Something over there.
Can't keep me out.
No entry to vaults. Trespassers will be disintegrated. Master Leroican.
Step carefully. There's a trap.
Trap. This place is more dangerous than I thought. Mine. I better be careful not to trigger that thing.
Watch how you go.
Unlock hereby the path to the Carsus Vault.
Time to get going. Trap. Be cautious.
Nasty surprise. Caution is warranted here. Named after wizards. Some healing for a wizard in need. That hit the spot.
that'll fit in my pack.
The Annals of Karsus. The preamble to a civilization's downfall, committed to parchment by the very hand that wrought its destruction. If the crown atop the Elder Brain was truly forged by Karsus himself, this book will confirm it. All we have to do is turn the page. That devil Raphael was telling the truth. There's no doubt. The crown of Karsus is what's controlling the Elder Brain. And this is no mere journal. It contains Karsus's original plans for the crown's construction. His designs for godhood. Not exactly. It was what he did with it that sealed his fate, and, for a time, that of magic itself. The crown was merely the means. The book states that the crown and netherstones were originally one construct, seemingly sundered at the moment of Karsus's downfall. If we can collect the crown's setting and the 3 netherstones, and with the correct invocation of certain spells and gestures detailed in these notes, I think I could reforge it. Do not mistake the crown itself for the actions of its wearer, or rather, those controlling its wearer at present. If we could restore its former glory, it would no longer be a mere leash and collar used to subjugate friend or foe. It would be something greater. Something divine. Just think of it. The power of the gods in mortal hands at last. We'd be free of doctrine and dogma, confined only by the limits of our imaginations. We must discuss this further, but quietly, privately. Find me later, and I will show you something truly divine. I will show you what a crown like this could mean for both of us. Please, don't be too hasty about this. It would be a pity to reach that conclusion without a true understanding of what this could mean for us. Don't worry. Your patience will be amply rewarded.
That's a friendly-looking shadow. Let's not get caught off guard. I wonder if the gods are watching me. Carefully now.
Such an undignified position to find oneself in.
I expected Nightsong to be overjoyed after killing her fair-haired fool. Instead, she just seemed tired. No, I don't think that's it. She probably just needs some time for it to sink in. I'm sure she'll be elated soon.
Is something burdening you?
I don't get it. What's got Dame Aylin so down?
I, for one, am delighted Leroican got what was coming to him. I don't know. Isn't that what a paladin of Selûne does? Hope that good old Aelin holy fervor returns to her soon. I don't like to see her looking so lost.
Oakfather preserve you.
Leave Aelin to her sorrow. Likely the wizard only reminds her of all the other fools past and present who have sought to use her.
Let's talk.
All's well, I hope, aside from the obvious.
Always at your side.
Oh, that move! The wizard's twiddly little spell fingers availed him little against Dame Aelin's anger. But that anger sours into something gloomier, I think. Go comfort her, Boo. I can ask Aelin to demonstrate her skills another time.
Moving ahead.
Many things, I suppose. Blood, bile, phlegm, chocolate.
Look, Mama, look! It's so pretty.
Elminster?
Oh, hello, my boy. No, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying a lungful of Baldur air. Yes, a distinctive aroma, though perhaps not one worthy of bottling. Tell me, what curiosities have you and your companions discovered within the walls of this esteemed emporium? So, you have learned the truth of the enemy we face. The very tool with which its eponymous creator unmade magic itself. Perhaps now you understand what is at stake here, my boy. Though what Mr. asked of you was extreme, it was not without merit, nor demanded lightly.
What are you saying? Or rather, what are you not saying?
Mr. knows you defied her, Gale. Well, of course she knows. She's Mistra. She bids you come to her holy shrine in the StormSorc Tabernacle. There, she will grant you an audience at last.
I'm curious enough to make the attempt. All right. An audience with the mother of magic, it is.
Perhaps... Perhaps that should have been your mission right from the start. Trust in yourself. Trust in the weave. If you are willing, trust in Mistra. There is a conclusion yet to be written in this sorry tale, Gale of Waterdeep. And yours is the quill that will write it.
Look, Mama, look! It's so pretty.
So all it took to get Mistra's attention was to learn how to reforge an artifact that once destroyed her. It's obvious when you stop to think about it. Well, I doubt it's an apology for asking me to die on her behalf. Whatever it is. If it's important enough to send Elminster, we can be damn sure she's serious. This is a conversation that's long overdue on both sides. I owe it to her to hear her out. Come what may afterwards. After you.
Anything of use? Wonder if the gods are watching me. Seems like a good moment to talk.
A travesty!
If you had to pick one for a night of passion...
The one with that dink in his chest plate.
Hearing you say that stresses me out more than the Gazette, mate. Oh, not too. I'm standing down here.
What can I do for you? Of course. Wouldn't be alive to hold them if it weren't for you.
At least things have stayed interesting. Moving in.
Afternoon. Speaks well, that Enzo Portash. Excellent
What's next?
rhetorician.
He's a man of the people. Promised at least 100 more watches.
Take your...
Good. The ones Gortash
Take
clears
you.
up the house. We'll still have to clean the rabble off the streets.
Take your...
There's nothing that man can't do.
Can't give up now.
When my break comes,
Swift as my feet can carry me.
With the kitchen cats. I don't care what anyone says.
The watch is a history. Think for yourself.
I'll give it a shot.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mystra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic, as though the weave itself were coursing beneath her stony skin.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mystra, wherever she may be.
The first step is difficult, of course. Minsk could throw you in, if you prefer.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mystra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee. You have more faith in her than even I did. Understandable, though. When you have not loved her as deeply, or known the depths of her affections. When I pictured this moment, I thought I'd feel more in control. Yet, here I am, with palms sweatier than a bugbear's armpit. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it. During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm going to have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go. You're right. A heartfelt apology is the surest way to a goddess's heart and her favor. I pray that she'll be in a forgiving mood. If she weren't the one I'd be praying to. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
Mistra. I never thought we'd speak again like this. Why am I here?
There is much unsaid between us, but time runs ever short. You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
I didn't want to die. And when I saw the crown, I thought I might not have to, if I only understood its power.
And you believe you have the right to such an understanding? The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite Weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
That can't be. It wasn't. It couldn't have been. I only wished to prove myself worthy. I had no idea.
You were already worthy. What you lacked was patience, and it cost you dearly. When the Karsite Weave entered your body, your gifts were the first thing it consumed. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
I won't let you down again. When the Absolute is vanquished, I will surrender Karsus's powers to you. You have my word.
Thank you. May the Weave's light guide your purpose, and its wisdom guide your hand. The future of magic rests on your shoulders, Gale of Waterdeep. I promise you, it is a burden you are strong enough to bear.
mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw it. After all this time. Relieved. Drained. Proud of myself for summoning the courage to go to her in the first place. And, if I'm being totally honest, a bit lightheaded. As if it wasn't enough to have seen her again. She didn't exactly summon me there for small talk. The Karsite weave. Within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that? But I should have known. What right had I to go about declaring myself an archmage when I was as foolish as a common apprentice in setting such an entity loose? At least now I'm armed with the truth. And Mistra's expectations. Once I bring the crown of Karsus to her, I can put everything right. The orb, too. I'll be myself again. For all that's worth. I'll have to disagree with you there. Having not one but two parasitic entities within your body does very little for one's faith in one's personality. Still, I should take the compliment with the same generosity it was given, so... thank you. If I could promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an Elder Brain to get to. Shall we?
Gale is a better man than most, to choose what is right, even after what Mystra asked of him. Me? I think I would have tugged the great goddess's hair a bit first.
Gale reminds me of the Vremyonoi of my homeland. The man-mages of Rashiman. While the girl folk go on to rule as Wiklarin, we've touched boys were hidden away. Trained to work their craft in silence and secrecy. It is an old custom, not well observed. In truth, I thought it born of caution, after some catastrophe wrought by wizardly menfolk of old. Now I wonder if it was not done to hide them from Mystra, and the snares she sets for young and prideful boys, Oh, this suggests that Mystra has never tempted a witch into foolishness. Not that I would blaspheme by suggesting otherwise. I forget why I began this long and winding story. Yes, Boo, we have been spending too long around the wizard.
It seems Gale has made amends with Mystra. I see this as a good omen for what awaits us.
Wow. Gale is the chosen of Mystra. Congrats to him, I think. Hope he knows what he's doing. We haven't fared very well with other chosen so far.
This crown seems too powerful and dangerous an object for mere mortals to possess. Too dangerous even for Mystra. But I would sooner trust it with a god than a man.
I do not trust Mystra to do right with the crown. But I think I trust Gale even less. He should give it to her and be done with it. Or his lust for power might well consume him.
It seems Gale has made amends with Mystra. Good for him. Though, I don't see any such reconciliation between myself and Shah anytime soon.
So, Gale's agreed to be a good boy and hand the crown over to Mistra. I can't say I would have made the same call, but each their own.
Anything I can do for you, consider it most enthusiastically done. Strangely, no. Once, a mere glimpse of her face would have been enough to turn my insides over. But not this time. In her likeness, I used to read 1,000 stories. She was beauty, wisdom, elegance, power. She contained universes. But now, it's hard to see any redeeming qualities in a lover who condemned you to death. I'd much rather gaze into your eyes than hers. Yours are capable of tenderness and feeling. No god could ever compare.
I have something to ask.
Ah, ally mine. We are reunited once more.
I was just regaling sweet Isabel with tales of our prowess.
Very impressive. Thank you for helping Aelin. That wizard sounded absolutely dastardly.
I always do, with darling Isabel by my side. Enjoy the spoils of your victory. Spin memories of Leroican's death in your mind like silk floss. My darling, we must inform our friend of our news.
Indeed. I've scouted a Selûnite enclave outside the city. They faced the Absolute's armies and come out battered and bruised. Aelin and I will go to them. Provide what help we can.
But fear not. When the time comes for you to face the foe of foes, Isabel and I will stand by your side.
We wouldn't miss it. Not for anything.
Go well, friend. We will see you soon. And with our great powers combined, this city will be saved.
Ah, my favorite traveling companion.
Ah. You're still talking to me then? Blame you for giving me a wide berth. I thought the orb's ever-present censure had tamed my wilder ambition, but that wasn't the case. I needed Mistra's intervention. She offered me a path to redemption at last, and it might yet leave my mind and body intact. Please, continue to believe in me. I want to show you the wizard I am capable of being, rather than the poor excuse for a man who's kept you company thus far. You stole the words from my mouth. I know what I must do. The crown belongs under Mistra's stewardship, not mine. And I will ensure she gets it. That means there'll be no permanent place in the heavens for us. But we could still visit. Please, close your eyes a moment. Astra navigamus. Few mortals ever glimpse what you're about to see. But don't be alarmed. I'm here with you. Now, open your eyes. Quite the view, isn't it? The outer planes are a place of profound, sometimes overwhelming possibility. I conjured this illusion often during my confinement in Waterdeep. An escape for the mind, where there was none for the body. It was easier to stare at the celestial abyss than recognize the emptiness within myself. Easier to pretend my destiny lay among such stars than work to salvage a life on solid ground. You changed all that. You see me as I am, and do not find me wanting. With these stars as my witness, I swear, you will always be enough for me. Anything I can do for you, consider it most enthusiastically done. There's nothing that would give me greater pleasure. No matter. After all, a bond like ours hardly needs words to express it. What else is troubling you?
Copper for your thoughts?
Come for a chat?